Hello, fellow non-data immortals, welcome! Hope you're having a wonderful day. So, for this Flailing Wildly, I am going to be trying something a little different, a little new, and we're going to see how it works out. First, let's go with the elephant in the room and explain exactly why I have disappeared for so long, popped in, dropped something in March, and then just went poof. So, TLDR, very large contract, very long contract. Couldn't do too much that I normally like to do, including YouTube. A bunch of crazy RL things happened. IRL things happened. And it's not a good situation. It hadn't been a good situation. I do plan on talking about it in another video in the future. So if you want to watch that, there's a subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, if you're logged in, go click that. And then if you're on YouTube, click the bell icon thing. And apparently that lets you see stuff. Let's go ahead and move on to the topic of games. GMS is being worked on with a new mode. This will be great for those of you who prefer turn-based games over real time. GMS, if you don't know what that is, it's an imagination-based shooter. You can be anything from a walking bipedal tank to a mecha chick that flies through the sky to fighting on land, air, underwater, the fifth dimension, whatever you can generally create. It's actually pretty fun. It's pretty wild. You can have just about anything. But there is 2 videos that talk about how to set up GMS. I do highly suggest playing it if you do want to try something a little bit different than the usual shooter. On the topic of Second Life, I am starting to put together more products for sale on that in other metaverses. There's a big project that I am working on that I haven't really talked about yet, and I will be looking to talk about in the future. So again, there is that subscribe button. It should be, if you're on YouTube, it should be that thing that's flashing funny colors every time I say, please subscribe. Anyway, on top of that, I do have a lot of other stuff from cool skull avatar components to mecha avatars and stuff like that. So if you ever wanted to try out Second Life, it is a fantastic metaverse. You should go check it out. It's definitely a lot different than it used to be. In fact, I would call this Second Life 2 or even 3.0. It's very, very great if you are an artist or a creator or a gamer. There's a lot of games and there's a lot of stuff that involves art, and it does have its own internal primitive system, which is really, really fun. If you're familiar with Ready Player One, it's pretty much the closest thing that you're going to find to RP1. In my opinion, you can buy, sell, trade, and do all sorts of really cool stuff on Second Life. So again, I do suggest going and checking it out. So moving on from that, I am working on a secret project involving multiple metaverses, including Second Life, VR Chat, Meta Horizons, and possibly Resonite, and more. Again, this is going to be something I'm going to be talking about in the future, so again, stay tuned. So last one in the video gaming world, Apocalypse game. Again, I could not work on that due to the contract for the most part. That is something that I have been looking at. I am planning on revisiting, and this time I'm planning on using a completely different method. So again, another one of those statements of, please stay tuned and subscribe. I wonder how many times I can get that subscribe button to light up. Now I'm just making it a game. Anyway, so that is pretty much all for gaming news. Now let's go into other news or information. I'm actually thinking of showcasing my mechatronic work. This is primarily because I do get a number of people who ask about it here and there, or like to pull out that large blue button that has a giant X on it. So either way, that is to alleviate that particular situation. Also, I'd like to eventually kind of showcase and have a viewable history of my assembly of my latest version of Phi, which is a very fun project. I really want to show it off anyway, so that is that thing. And with that said, that brings us to the end of Flailing Wildly. If you watched this far, I do want to thank you greatly. If it's your birthday, hey, happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. I hope it was a fantastic birthday. And with that said, it is time for me to cut this out, close this out, and press that stop button. You have a very wonderful rest of your day. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.